Yeah, ayy, I ain't the same person that I was 6 months ago. Now I view life different and got all types of goals. Having friends nowadays is just like having money, cause you know, ayy, they just come and go. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Talks with Gio. Today we have
Tristan Castillo.
And in case you guys don't know who he is, if you guys were paying attention to my music channel, he cameoed in my music video for I Ain't the Same Person. I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let's get right into it. So, first of all, how did we meet? You remember how it came about that we ended up like linking up for the video?
Well, it was man. I think you were looking for a boxer, I guess, and then Manny had said something to you, and Manny had texted me, and he was like, "Yo, do you want to be in a music video or something?" And then I really didn't really know how I felt about it, but then I was just like, I took a day to think about it, and then to see if I could, find the time. And so then I was like, you know what? Let me just not flake and just go through with it. And I just went through with it.
Yeah. So initially, the way that we ended up, like, the whole process of it all. I don't know if I even like. Mentioned it to you before we ended up linking up, but a friend of mine was originally supposed to be in the video, and we had like organized everything. Everything was planned, bro. Before Manny hit you up, everything was planned, and we had set the date. The videographer was already set up, the location, because I rented out a gym. The gym that we used for the video, I rented that whole place out. So in order for me to like reschedule, the only thing that I was gonna be able to do is I was gonna have to cancel and reschedule, but 3 weeks out. So it was gonna be already way too much time that I was already losing in order to be able to like reschedule the video if I needed to do that. So I told Manny, and I told a bunch of friends of ours. Manny's a coworker of mine, and which happens to be a mutual friend now that he's also friends with. So they knew each other beforehand, so I was posting it, and I think the conversation came about, Manny had asked me if I had found anybody already, and I had explained to him that no, that I just so happened to run into the issue of my friend canceling because he had family stuff going on, and it was unavoidable. So I told him, don't worry about it, don't trip, go handle your family business, and then I'll figure out what I do for like my video and stuff. And I think, how long was it, like a week out?
Maybe two.
It was like a week or two out from the actual date. And I told him, and I told Manny if he knew anybody, and he told me, he was like, let me see what I can do about it. And he texted you, I think that same day, if not the day after. Mm-hmm. And he was like, yo, like, I have a friend that's wanting to do a music video, this and that. He's looking for a boxer, you down? And then they ended up basically agreeing to it. I got his Instagram from Manny, and we started chopping it up, and I told him the details and everything. He said, he told me, he was like, let me see if I'm free, if I can make it work. And I think it was that same afternoon, if not the day after, or something like that, that we started texting. Yeah. You were like, I checked the dates and I should be good. And I was like, I bet. So we just basically agreed. I told him kind of how the video was gonna go down and everything. And then we met up, I think 2 days before. And he showed me kind of the basics of how to like do some of the movements in boxing, because I have no experience in boxing. But I thought it was gonna be cool to also make part of the skit to where it's like I box and I'm boxing him, because I'm talking about change in the song. So like in boxing, there's a lot of change even if you don't want there to be, because you have to like really go through it. So we met up, we kind of practiced a little bit. I was a bit sloppy and shit, because like I said, I don't know how to box at all. And he was showing me, and we met up, we practiced a little bit, so that way it wouldn't look super awkward when we filmed. And thankfully it came out pretty cool. I like the way it came out, even though it wasn't a very, very big scene, but you kind of see how it went down. And yeah, it was kind of cool because like I was super nervous because I didn't know how I was gonna get that video done, because like I said, I had everything planned and just life happens and I had to replan everything. And thankfully he was down to it. Like he said, he was kind of contemplating it. I could kind of feel it when we were texting too, because he had never gotten filmed like that for something that's like, there's like you could say kind of like there's a process on how you're gonna film it, so like you have to like really concentrate on how you're doing it. And he was nervous because I mean he had never done anything like that. So how did you feel after we did it? Like even leading to the process, since it was the first time you were gonna do something like that, how did you feel before?
Leading into it?
Yeah.
I was pretty nervous, honestly. Like I was just like, dang, I had a good feeling it was gonna turn out pretty good, which it did. I thought it was pretty badass, and I even got a little video out of it too. No, yeah, I was pretty nervous, and then I was just like, dang, you know, like the first thing was like the reason why I was contemplating was just like, dang, yeah, like I didn't really know how I felt like doing it because it was the first time being on camera like that, and then also it was just when I try to make time to do things, bro, like when it comes down to it, I never want to lock in and actually go like to do it with like to make a plan, and I feel like I had to go so far out of my way. But then I was like, you know what, nah, let me just pull through and let me just do something good, you know, and help somebody out, you know.
Yeah.
And so I just went through with it, and then afterwards I was actually really excited after we finished, and I was just like, I kept texting you. I know, yeah, I texted you probably like 5-6 times since it happened. I was like, yo, when's the video gonna drop, or when's it gonna be ready or whatever, and you know, I was pretty ready for it, and then you know, it got pushed back a little bit, and then when it came out, I was like, damn, this is pretty fire.
Yeah, I think he was a little more excited than I was, because like I was excited for it, because like if you look at any of my other videos, like if some of y'all watch any of my initial videos compared to like where I'm at now, it's super different to anything that I've done. Like I've never had to rent out a whole location to like actually do it all to ourselves. Mind you, this is a gym. Like it was empty just for us. So I rented that place out. I paid a good bag for it too. So it was like, it was a big purchase that I was gonna have to do, like an investment more so into what I'm doing, so like that way y'all can see how legit I am about it. So I invested my money into that, clothing, and a bunch of other stuff that I had to pay for. And thankfully I was able to work something out with my videographer because of the big favor he did to me. I was like, yo, is there a way that even if you charge me a little more, that we could do like a promo video for him, since he boxes? That way he has something that looks professional on his profile to show some of his like footwork and everything. He's like, yeah, I got you, like we'll add it onto that, like I know what you're trying to do, like I'll work something with it. And yeah, he got a promo video off of it. I was able to work something out with my videographer. He pulled through for the music video. Music video turned out crazy. And like I said, it's something super different that was gonna stand out of everything else that I've done. And I mean, my whole goal is eventually from every video that I do, if not as time goes on, each time you see a video, you can definitely see that I'm definitely investing more money into it, because it's like, obviously the music scene isn't cheap, nor is the music videos, depending on how you're gonna film them. You definitely have to invest, and it's definitely a bit time consuming, but at the end of the day, depending on how stuff gets edited, it's definitely worth the wait. What'd you think of the video when I sent it to you, like the actual promo video? Because I didn't send it to him till after the video was out, because he finished the video and then he edited the little promo video that we did with different music and different cuts so that it looked like a legit just promo for boxing.
You know, it was fire. When I seen that, I was like, damn, it had me gassed, honestly. And I was like, I kept showing everybody. And then I posted on my Instagram, and everybody was texting me like, yo, bro, that looks fire. You know, he's like, it was badass.
And it did good numbers too. It's just a promo video for like his boxing. It did good numbers on both TikTok and Instagram. And I was surprised because I was like, damn, like you can definitely tell that depending on what the quality of certain videos is, it can really show what it can do on social media, you know?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it was definitely fire, and I'm glad I had went through with it and I got something out of it, you know. But I wasn't really looking too much to get something out of it. I just kind of wanted to help out. And I'm glad I was able to help out because, like you said, he was still looking for somebody, and then he would have to reschedule, and it'd be 3 weeks back. And who knows if he would even found somebody by then. So
Yeah, I was nervous, bro. I kid you not, cause like I don't know that many people that would be down to like step in a camera, you know, because I get it. It's nerve-wracking because it's something out of everybody's comfort zone. So like obviously I understand why a lot of people backed out. And real quickly too, if you guys see us like looking off the screen or you hear any background noise, we have his little brother with us, so we're watching out for him. We're at the park right now, so if you guys see us kind of like looking off screen or whatever, or we go silent and we look out, it's because we're obviously trying to keep an eye out on his little brother too. But yeah, man. I know some people that box too, and I was trying to get a hold of them, but everybody was just like either leaving me on open or on scene and everything. And it's crazy because like once they saw the video, some of them were like, yo, like that video came out crazy. Like, I'm glad you pulled through with it. Like next time you need some, let me know. I'm like, whoa, now you see the results. And now you want to like, all right, cool. And my friend that was actually supposed to be in it, he told me like, yo, like it's cool that you were able to do it. I'm sorry. Like he kept apologizing, bro. And I'm like, bro, it's a family situation. Like I would rather 1,000 times you go take care of that family situation when I'm just like, I'm not even your family member. Like I get it. We pulled through with the idea of making it happen. If it couldn't happen because it was a family situation, go deal with that and forget about me. Like it's cool. Like I'm not gonna be mad at it because it's something that was out of your control. So by all means, we cool. There's no bad blood. You let me know ahead of time. That way I had some time to actually try and figure it out. It would have been a different story if you would have let me know last minute. I would have probably been a little bit disturbed about it because I was like, if you kind of knew, you should have let me know. But
yeah, facts.
But I mean, shit, I'm thankful that he pulled through and that my friend was able to also tell me what time, so I had some time to actually like figure stuff out. And like I said, the video it turned out dope. I'm gonna leave the link of the actual music video down below as well. But yeah, so moving on from the music video on how we met, since you have some boxing background, and that's what I was able to get you in the video for, when did you get into it, or how did you know that that's like a sport that you wanted to like participate in?
Well, ever since I was younger, I don't know what age really when I was younger, but I would always, like at first I didn't really like to watch it with my dad, but my dad always liked to watch it, and yeah, he always liked to watch it, and then slowly with time I started watching it more with him, and when I started watching it more with him, I kind of started to like it a little bit more. And when I started to like it a little bit more, I was just like, you know what, this is pretty cool. And then we never really thought too much about me boxing or anything. That was, like I said, I was little at that point. And then I had a brother who had passed, and we were here in Weatherford. And my parents were real depressed and whatnot, and you know, all of us were, you know, it's reasonably so.
For sure.
And then my dad was always working out in West Texas on the oil field, so we were like, you know what, let's just go move out there, you know, be closer with my dad, and just get out of town for a little bit, you know, because you know that's a pretty tragic thing to happen, and you know, it put us. And like my mom, she wasn't doing anything really. She was in her bed, just sitting for 2 weeks, not really eating or drinking or not really anything. She ended up being in the ICU for 2 weeks after that. And like literally, she got down to like 95 pounds and whatnot. And she was in terrible health and whatnot. So that's whenever we really realized like we need to get out of here. You know, we can't be in the house where my brother had passed, and it was just. And at that point, whenever we moved to Midland, when we first got there, we were just, you know, going to school and whatnot, and then a couple weeks, like maybe 2 months had gone by, and then my dad was talking about putting me in boxing over there. We went to go check out the gym, and then some family occurrence had happened, so then we put that on hold and kind of just didn't think about it. But then that was like my 7th grade year, so then like at the end, no, that was my 6th.
That was young, bro.
Yeah, that was my 6th grade year actually, and then. So at the end of my 6th grade year, my dad was like, you know, let's go put you in boxing or whatever. So we go, and I didn't really know how I was gonna feel about it really. I was pretty hot-headed too. Before then, I was just like, oh, I could fight, I could do this and that. I could not fight, bro. Now that I think about
getting
it.
into it, you realize, oh shit, I really don't know how to fight.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh damn, this is really how it is. I really didn't know how to fight. You know what I mean? And you know, I was really thankful for that the humble like experience. I I got beat up a lot of times, man. Like a lot of times. Especially when I first got there, dude. I thought it was something else, and I don't know, bro. And everybody just thought I was just, like everybody else, just gonna, get beat up and then never come back. But then I just continued. Like I got beat up pretty bad, and I kept coming back, and then that was kind of like this one time, he put the work on me, and I went home and cried and everything, bro. I cried into my pillow, dude. Like, and my mom was like, "What's wrong? And like I said, and I got beat up pretty bad on that part, and then at that point, the coaches and everybody was like, "Oh, he's not coming back," like they told me this. I didn't expect him to come back. But I went back the next day, and I went back the next day, sparred again, and I was just, I just kept going, and then I think the fact that I had gone not even just like a week, 2 weeks, I just had after that point, after I got beat up so badly, that I just had kept going consistently. I think I switched something in their brains, literally they were like, you know what, this kid got something else in him, he's got some kind of heart, he got beat up and he came back, and so then from there it was just the rest is history. We just kept going, and then that's pretty much how I started. I was just, and then it was just something for me and my dad's bond with, like I said, we always watched when we were young, when I was younger, mm-hmm. and it was just something really good to bond with, and I'm just happy we were able to find something to bond over, and it got me. I think boxing really taught me a lot at that point. Like the first few months, it had changed me in a lot of ways, and I'm really thankful for those changes. And there was I got into it just like that, really, and that's just how it happened.
Yeah, I guess maybe that also, now that you mentioned that, even though they beat you up and you were really getting that work in, I guess it might have switched too, that you got that drive and you were like, nah, I can't let them keep doing it. So that's why they also were kind of thrown off. That, it sounds like you got beat pretty well for the coaches to even be like, nah, I don't think he's coming back.
No, it's funny because I had the coach had really gotten mad at me because I had said something to him the other day, and he called the kid to come beat me up. That's the funny part. He called the kid to come beat me up. He swears up and down to this day that he did not call him, but his dad tells me he told the kid's dad that I was talking shit, and he was just he's like, oh, well, this kid's talking shit, I'm gonna go beat his ass. And it was literally like that. It's because I had said something about what I didn't like. You just speaking my mind, and that's what really humbled me, bro. Because I thought I knew more than the coach.
Yeah, so he tried to teach you a lesson.
No, I definitely learned though. But they were expecting me just not come back, and it happened.
It makes sense because obviously, even I kind of think it goes a little bit with life in a way, boxing, and I think every sport connects to certain things of when you're growing up, because even when you're growing up with your parents, sometimes you're gonna be a smart ass, right, and talk back to them thinking you know more than them, and then either something happens or something ends up popping up where you're like, oh damn, I spoke too soon, I didn't realize what I was doing and why they were getting on to me. Same thing happened to you in the boxing experience. You thought that you knew more than the coach teached you a lesson.
Oh yeah.
And you learned from it, obviously, but you had to go through something in order to learn from it, and you were like, dang, I can't be doing that anymore. And I feel like that also kind of switched something in here to where it's I gotta prove it to them that even if they call somebody, they're not gonna beat my ass as bad as this past time.
No, yeah. And then after that, still they really weren't they had switched something in their brains where, okay, you know what, he came back, you know what I mean? But they still really didn't pay much attention because I had a hard time listening. So when I was sparring, they're telling me, hey, throw 1, 2, 3, right, for example. I wouldn't throw. I'd just sit there.
You just
I would choke. But it's just because when you're sparring, there's a lot of pressure, and there's just everybody's telling you these things, and it's hard to hear the voice. You got the headgear, you got your adrenaline pumping. It's hard to hear what they say.
Yeah,
and then when you finally hear it, it's just it's way too late, or whenever it finally registers, it's way too late. That's those type of things. It takes a little bit of time to lock in with that and start hearing it and going through with it and like just doing it right on the spot, like with zero hesitation, just do it. It took a lot of time to do that, and honestly, that I was like that for a long period of time, and I didn't really know a whole lot at that point. But then there was just this one kid. His name was Weddle. He was the best at the gym at the moment, and he was good. He was honestly the first person to believe me. He started like, hey, do this, hey, do that, like just try to listen to him and listen. He was the first one to actually like try to help me, and before any of the coaches really. And then that went on for a few weeks, and then this one kid, his dad used to train him there. His dad came around, and what's it called? He came around and
I think your little brother wants to get on the swing.
Shit.
Yeah.
I'm getting a call too. Well, can I answer this call?
Yeah, go. Si quieres ver también con él.
Yeah.
We'll be right back.
No, yeah, and so after Weddle, this kid's coach came, or his dad, and his dad coached him, and this guy, he's smart. He knew a lot of things that, and was actually willing to put in the attention into me. And so once he put the attention into me, started like he asked my dad, because my dad was there too, and he was like, hey, can I tell him a few things? And my dad was like, yeah, go ahead. And so he told me a few things, and then like from there on, I just like within just a couple months, I had like my progression was just through the roof, like, and really I would not have gone anywhere without Weddle and without him.
Yeah.
And then that's when after the coaches started seeing my progression, then so my progression went through the roof, and then the coaches started just to put more attention into me, and then so I would get there at 5:30, and then the gym closed at 7:30, but I would be there till 8, 9, 9:30, sometimes even 10, just training with them, Yeah. And that's whenever like I said, my progression went just through the roof, skyrocketed, and it was it was at that point. That's whenever I really started getting somewhere, and at that point I was just grateful for everybody who
was helping you at the time.
Yeah.
So, speaking into that, right? Like basically explaining how like they helped you and everything. When you initiated like boxing, once you started, like when you got signed up to the gym and everything, about how much time do you think it took you for not to be like, oh wow, like I'm actually like winning, but like to where you start seeing like, oh, they're not beating me up as bad. Like I'm actually able to keep up with them a little bit more than when I initiated. How long?
About 3 to 6 months, honestly, because I had noticed the progression immediately, pretty much once I started getting attention. I think they started giving me the attention around 3 months, and there was this one kid in particular. He started like 6 months or a year before me, but he was all right. He wasn't that. He was good. But he didn't really like. He would be better. He would have the better end of of when we'd spar, and then with as time went on, I started passing him, and like I got to a point where we just were right there together, and then he had just disappeared out of nowhere. So then I just did my thing, and I kept training and whatnot, and then he came back like a couple months later, and then I put the work on him, honestly, and that's whenever I had realized that I had seen some kind of progression, was whenever I had done that and then pretty much beat him up, you know what I mean? And that's when I noticed the progression. It took about 3 to 6 months just to see like a decent amount of progression.
Okay, and after you started seeing some progress go down, when did you have your first match?
I think it was about 6 months or a year in. Somewhere, I think it was probably closer to 6 months. And I lost.
So about 6 months to a year after you signed up to the gym, you had your first match. How did that go?
No, I lost.
Oh, bro?
Yeah, they say that I won. A lot of people were saying that I won. I don't, because this is like in amateurs, bro. There's so much bad blood in a whole lot of different situations, and you could put the absolute work on somebody, beat them, and then somehow still lose. You know, like they'd be gushing blood. You'd land way more punches than what they like, more volume. You know, look cleaner and everything, and still somehow lose. And you're just like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
And it could just be bad blood between the coaches and the refs and the judges, or it could just be they simply just didn't like you. You know what I mean? Or they just thought the other kid won. You know, and that's the weird thing about like amateur fighting. It can go either way no matter what. You know what I mean?
So, for your experience, it was very unfair in multiple situations because of the unfairness that maybe the coaches had, or just it's a disagreement behind the scenes that you couldn't really control.
Yeah, and I'm not gonna speak on it, but there was like they were trying to do dirty stuff, and my coach wasn't really cool with it, and you know, and that they didn't like that he wasn't cool with it. So at that point, it happened years prior. And at that point, they kind of had the bad blood, and yeah, they just, you know what I mean?
It all came off of from there.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. And then, no, I lost. They said I won. I didn't really care. I fought. I had fun. It was my first fight. Most people lose their first amateur fight, so I really wasn't worried about it. So I lost. I took my L. I went back to the gym, worked on what I needed to work on. I mean, I had only been in the gym for 6 months to a year, and I don't even think it was a year. I think it was like 6 months, maybe max 9, honestly. And I was just like, you know what? It is what it is. I don't really care. I had fun. I went out there. You know, I showed some heart. And it's funny because at the end I was helping. At the end of the thing, at the end of the event, we were packing everything up, and one of the judges and refs, because the judge they rotate a lot. One of the judges and he was like. He's like, did you fight today? I was like, yeah. He's like, did you win? I was like, nah, I didn't win. He's like, damn, I should have made sure you won. And he was being serious. I was like, nah, it's all good. He was like, no, I'm just playing. And he was being dead serious, honestly.
Yeah.
He was being dead serious. And
so, what about your last match? When was your last match?
That was back in, I think, November of 23. Yeah, November of 23.
So you haven't fought since 23?
Yeah, it's been almost 2 years. November will be 2 years.
Is it because you haven't wanted to, or you just haven't had any opportunities to fight?
It's more the fact of my current situation. My like family situation, life situation, home situation. Like I said, November. So like I fought and whatever, and so I won. And honestly, everybody would expect me to lose because I had gotten sick, and I gotten sick. I had from I think I got a stomach bug, and I was just like, I mean, when I would poop, I would just be straight water. I was
you were sick.
Yeah, I was bad, and I had no water in my body. Everything I would drink would just go straight through me, and I had no vitamins, I had no minerals, no nothing, honestly, and I was dead. You know,
because of how sick you were technically dehydrated too.
Yeah, I was really dehydrated. Plus the cutting weight, and it was bad. And so everybody was like, hey, you know, if it goes to the decision, your chances of winning are really low.
Yeah.
You know? And I was just like, you know, I'm gonna just go. I'm not gonna pull out. I'm gonna just go. Fuck it, it is what it is. And I had also hurt my arm to my shoulder. So I hurt my shoulder the Thursday prior. So I fought on a Saturday, and I hurt my shoulder sparring Thursday prior, and it hurt bad. And at that point, I was weak, dehydrated, no legs. I mean, and whenever you're dehydrated, for me personally, in my personal experience, my legs just first thing to go, like absolutely first thing to go. And then my next thing is I just get dumb. You know, I don't think, I just sit there and I just go off of instinct. You know, like fight or flight, pretty much. And in boxing, that's the worst thing you could possibly do. Worst thing, because when you go to fight or flight or survival mode, you just sit there and you're not even thinking, you're just doing.
Yeah, and you're just doing what you can.
Yeah, and it's not a good position to be put in. And thank you. And it's just not a good position to be put in. And so everybody was expecting me to lose. I was like, nah, I'm gonna go through with this and I'm gonna win. So Friday came around, my shoulder was still in pain and I was still pretty sick. And I was taking vitamins and whatnot. And then Saturday morning came. I weighed in. I felt a little bit better. I still was sick. but I wasn't as dehydrated. So I drink a lot of water, a lot of electrolytes, body armor, and like when you're cutting weight, you're also cutting out sodium and whatnot. So whenever you cut out sodium, your body doesn't have as much, to hold, like it doesn't have what it needs to hold water. So in the morning, I got like 2 or 3 pinchfuls of salt, and I took that, and took the 2 or 3 pinchfuls of salt. I weighed in, I rehydrated as much as I could, and I could still feel my legs weren't completely underneath me, and I thought my arm was good. So I got in. We were fighting and whatnot. We fought, and then I hurt my arm in the mid-fight. But I was like, it hurt so bad to throw, and then that had put me like in a weird position in my head. And then I got caught once on the jaw, and it definitely, my jaw was like wide open. So oh dude, it hurt. And we went to go eat steaks afterwards. Oh, my jaw was hurting. And yeah, so I had won though. At the end of the day, I had won, and everybody was like, "Oh shit, everybody was so surprised that I had won." And I believed that I was gonna win. Honestly, I had faith that I was gonna win, and
that's what drove you to be able to win too. Because like if you would have been like, "Nah, I ain't gonna do it," I feel like you probably wouldn't tried to outwork your own self, knowing that you're in pain.
And then not only that, dude, everybody it was clear that I had won. He didn't land that many punches, and my punches were cleaner. I landed more punches, and it was just like overall, I had pretty much outboxed him. Like I had literally outclassed him perfectly, and so I was just like, you know what? Whenever at the end of the round, at the end of the fight, I was like, no, this is me. You know what I mean? I took this fight. We're waiting on a decision.
For sure.
And it was like the first time I had fought since I had fought in Fort Worth, which was in like 2021 maybe. And I had got robbed that fight. Honestly, like I said, I take my L's. That fight I got robbed hard on. Like I took every round and somehow still lost. And that's the thing about amateurs, But for this past fight, I just at the end of the fight, no, this is me. This is me. This is me. And you can hear in the videos of my parents, oh, Tristan won. And as soon as they took they said my corner, Tristan Castillo, whatever. Like everybody just started screaming and whatnot. And then at the end of the I got out of the ring, took pictures with him, showed my respects. And I was like, I appreciate the fight, appreciate the work and whatnot. And then the DJ had came around, and he was like, hey, can I get a picture? And it was pretty nice to have that feeling, because I hadn't fought in a while, and I hadn't won.
I don't mean to interrupt, but that fight that you say you won, is it the pictures that you have on your Instagram?
Yeah.
That's the fight you won? Yeah. Oh shit.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Yeah, that was the one that and that was like, at that point I was just like, my work fine. Like and the thing is, I had kept getting fights ready, like scheduled, and then they canceled last minute, or the day before, or 2 days before, or even the day of. And I had already, and the thing is, like it was so frustrating, is I had already cut weight for the fight, and so I wasn't eating what I wanted to eat, which was that's the worst thing. I wasn't drinking what I wanted to drink. I was just drinking water, maybe electrolytes and Gatorade, and then I was eating fish and chicken, and not even with that much sodium, because like I said, I can't really seasoning. I can't have that much sodium.
You're intaking what you need, but you're like not putting what you obviously can't consume.
Yeah, and it sucked. It sucked for sure whenever that happened. There was a point before the fight where I was just like, I had gotten kind of sloppy with it, and my dad had started pointing it out. And then after the fight, I was just back on the grind, because I had finally seen that my work had paid off, and all the cutting weight and all the fights getting canceled and all this. I had seen it finally paid off, so I had a different drive after that. My motivation, my discipline, everything after that was just it hit. So then everything I did looked 100% instead of 70%. You know what I mean? It looked clean. It looked perfect. When I was practicing training, everything looked like I was doing 100%. You know what I mean? And everybody was like, hey, you're looking better than what you were. You know what I mean? My dad had said it too, and I just at that point I was like, it finally paid off at that point. And then that it had paid off, and I was like really proud that it finally paid off, because I was stressed about it like the day before. You know, everybody's telling me I'm not gonna win, or there's a chance I'm not gonna win. But I had faith, you know. I had faith. I made a prayer to God the night before and right before the fight. Hey, just whatever you do, keep me safe, keep my fighter safe, and just I pray that I win. And you know, however it goes is the part of the plan. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I just went through with that, and you know, all ended well at that point. So.
Yeah, I think it's so cool, like, just hearing you talk about it too, because like when we were filming the music video, I was excited because, bro, like, you look like anytime that he was doing like his moves and stuff, whether it came to shadow box or he was like hitting the bag or just like footwork and stuff, like it looks so effortless, bro. So like when me and him were like practicing, we weren't doing footwork like that. Like it was just like jabs and then like how you're gonna like throw the hook and stuff like that. So it was the basics, bro. I would get so pissed when we were practicing because like it looks easy, right? Because you see how somebody else is doing it. But once you're in the spot and you're having to do it, a little mistake can make it look awkward or it look like obvious, like, yeah, this dude don't know how to box. So like I was just trying to like make sure that it looked like put together. It didn't look like slappy or whatever. But when he did it, when it was just shots that he was doing, bro, I don't know if you noticed it, even when KV was shooting you, he would get hyped because sometimes he would like shuffle or whatever and just throw the punches, and it looked so crazy. And then what made me excited about the outcome of the video when it came down to like when we were shooting, you saw what the video looked like on his screen.
Yeah.
It had no effects, it had no filters, it wasn't edited, it wasn't like color coordinated with like the lighting or anything. Like it was just how it came out through the camera. Just in itself, because of what it looked, bro, it looked like a movie scene, I swear to God, on that screen. And I feel like that's what made you hype too, because that's why he kept on texting me, hey, when's the video coming out? Like, what have you heard from your videographer? This and that. Because we didn't have no video, because it was still all on him. Whatever we had was what we shot on our phones, or like a little bit of what I shot like on the behind the scenes. But other than that, we didn't have anything close to what the video was gonna look like. So when it came out and I saw it, bro, I was so hyped. I watched it like easily like 10 times before I told you, hey, I got the video back.
Bro, yeah.
And then I posted the promo, and a lot of people were like, yo, what the fuck? And then one of my friends too that was initially gonna be in the video, that he told me he didn't want to be in it because he didn't feel comfortable being on camera. I was like, I get it. Like, I'm glad you telling me straight up, and you're not giving me an excuse that's just to like sweep me off, you know? He saw the video, and I kid you not, he texted me, he's like, bro, I'm glad you used your other friend for the video because he looked comfortable doing it. Like, I can't, like, just off shadow boxing, you can tell that he knows what he's doing. I probably would look sloppy. I was like, nah, bro, I don't think you would have looked sloppy. Like, I think you would have done pretty good. He's like, no, bro, I'm telling you, just off those clips, and even on the promo video, like, just off the clip, you can tell, like, he knows what the fuck he's doing. I would look like I'm just starting boxing compared to what he looked like. And, like, a lot of people were telling me that, like, bro, like, how did you, like, manage to get somebody that boxes? Because, bro, just you on some of the scenes when you're hitting the bag, you can tell you know what the fuck you're doing. Like, I thought it was cool as fuck because, like I said, having somebody that's cameoed in the video, right? I've never had a cameo in my video besides the first video that I did, which is like a bunch of friends of mine that were able to pull through, right? And they posted up for the video. And then a song that I did with another friend of mine that happens to be from here, from Weatherford, that I grew up with. Other than that, it's just been me solo in every single video, because I've told people, hey, pull up, this and that. They say they pull up and they never do. So I was like, the fact that I was able to get that one person that I needed, video came out crisp. The promo video looked crazy. Like, and just the feedback, and even like the amount of views it was racking up on just Instagram, just off that little clip that I posted, it was doing crazy. And it was like the first time that I had posted something and it started going up quick. So I was like, damn, that's crazy. And then also, if you guys don't know, I'm doing a giveaway for that music video. If it hits 3K, I'm giving away a TV. So there's gonna be 3 winners, right? It's gonna be a TV, and then that would be the first place prize. Second place prize would be $100, and then third place would be $50. So we decided to lock in, and we were like, yo, like if you're gonna do a giveaway, like let's do something together, like let's actually like make it happen so that people watch it. It's at I think it's almost at 2.6K. As soon as it hits 3K, I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna do the what's it called? The little spinning wheel, and I'm just gonna put the names of people that decided to participate. And it's still time if y'all want to participate. What you gotta do is just screenshot yourself watching the video, tag both of us on Instagram, and then
There you go.
it can either be a screenshot or a video, like screen recording of you actually watching the video, and you're automatically in. I think there's like 8 people participating so far, or 10 people, something like that. So I mean, there's 3 prizes. You have 3 chances of taking one of the 3. $100, $50 of the TV. So I mean, it's a win-win for everybody, you know. But yeah, so that video is doing really well right now. Yeah. So what do you want to ask me? What's some stuff that you want to ask me since I
just wanted to go back on to what you were saying about the friend that had told you that he didn't really feel comfortable. Honestly, I think that was like that was some real shit to say. You know what I mean? Like just being straight up. I like that's honorable. That's respectful. You know?
Yeah, and I was glad that he told me straight up. He's like, look, it looks cool. I understand what you're trying to do, especially because like it's what he does, you know, like he trains boxing and everything, so it's not out of the usual of what he does. But just the fact that the camera was gonna be there, he's like, I don't think like I'm gonna be comfortable enough to like show what I can do, because I mean, he has that in the back of his head, like a camera is there. If I mess up or I look goofy, you're gonna be able to see it because it's getting recorded. But I mean, I respect it, bro. He told me, he's like, no disrespect, like I ain't trying to like say yes and then last minute not pull up because I'm overthinking too much on it. But I mean, shit, I hope you find somebody. And he said that he was gonna talk to people. I guess they didn't want to pull through because he said, if I find somebody, I'll get back to you. And then I just kept on looking, and I know some people that box where I live at, but like I said, I would text them. They would just like, I would kind of explain to them what I wanted to do, and either they wouldn't answer or they would just open the messages and just leave me unopened. And I was like, damn, that's crazy. But then I'm telling you, some of those same people that ended up seeing the final results that just left me on red were like, oh damn, bro, like next time, like let me know and I'll come through. Bro, y'all always say the same shit. Like, and not even the people that I specifically needed. There's been several times where like I'll shoot a video and the outcome of it is pretty cool, and they're like, next time you shoot a video, let me know. I let them know and they don't pull up. So make that make sense.
Yeah. I mean, those people I don't really like. Like I'm not trying to like say nothing disrespectful, so I'm not. But like those people are just like the type of people that personally I don't like to be around. You know what I mean? And I would say the same for you as well. You know, like you don't like to be around those type of people. And you know what? Like those type of people, bro, they just procrastinate everything. You know, and it's just like, and really, bro, I don't blame them. It's easy to procrastinate. Like personally, bro, like I said, I was, bro, the thing that was worrying me, bro, is like, you know, I'm gonna have something come up last minute, or you know, or I'm gonna start feeling anxious, or you know, something like that, and not want to go through with it. And even whenever like the day before, the day of, I was feeling kind of anxious, but I was like, nah, let me just come through, and then you know, all go well. And yeah, I understand what your friend was saying about, you know, being on camera and whatnot. But really, like for me, what made it easy for me was just I can like almost not think about it, you know.
Yeah,
like,
that's kind of the mental you have to put yourself in. Like, keep in mind you're getting recorded, but don't think too much that you're getting recorded, because that's what's gonna mess you up. Because, bro, trust me, I've been doing music for 5 years now, and like when I was in high school, I hated being on. I mean, it probably had to do because I was chubby too, and I didn't like anybody videotaping me or like taking pictures of me, and I just hated it, bro. But at the same time, for some reason, I was like, you know what? Let me try this music shit. But it was also because like one of my friends pushed me, because I explained it too in a previous podcast that I had, that the way that I even got started in the making music is we would freestyle in the bus, but it was all jokes, bro. Like we would throw gay bars in the freestyles, and it was just like that funny, like, I don't know if you know who Z is and Bilu is. It's a YouTube channel that does reactions to music videos, and before sometimes they freestyle. Sometimes they do funny like freestyle. Sometimes it's serious, and you're like, damn, they can actually freestyle. They wouldn't do any gay bars or anything, but we would do it because it's the back of the school bus. Everybody's joking around, having a good time.
Yeah.
One of my friends pulls me aside one day when we were all hanging out outside of school, and he tells me, he's like, bro, why don't you try and like make an actual song, like sit down and write something or something like that. I was like, nah, bro, I just do it for fun. I could have never. And I remember it stuck to me that day. He's like, bro, try it at least once. And so one day I wake up and like I had this melody stuck in my head. I tell this story so much. I think I've said it several times in previous podcasts because they asked me about it. Like, how did you get like into it? Because they always ask me, how do I not care when I'm getting filled? So when I initially started like actually making music, I woke up one day and I had a melody stuck in my head. Like I had a beat inside my head. Mind you, I had never heard any beat to any song or anything because like I had nothing written. But I just had that constant, like I had a beat in my head and it had a certain tempo. So I'm just going through YouTube, right? Looking for beats that I can buy and shit. I don't know, it definitely had to be destiny or something because as soon as I'm going through probably like 5, 6, maybe 7 beats, at most 10 beats, right? And I just so happened to bump into that one beat that matched exactly the melody I had stuck in my head. And I had never heard that beat. I just bumped into it. I kind of had an idea what I wanted that beat to sound like, and it just so happened to match exactly how I envisioned the beat in my head. So I find it, and I just start freestyling, bro. That's the only song I've fully been able to freestyle. Like hop on the mic, not have anything written. It's all like off the dome and just like spin onto the mic. I call him and I'm like, yo, bro, because mind you, he had a home studio, super basic home studio. His mic, his little interface, I forgot what it's called, but it's something that helps you record and stuff. And it's just the most basic thing. It's not even a full studio, right? And we're recording in his closet. His mic is like inside the closet and there's a sock on the mic so that it works as a filter so that your pops, when you go, you can hear the wind on the mic. So he covered it with a thin sock so it wouldn't like sound muffled or anything. So we're recording, right? And I sort of got my verse. I recorded like 10, 15 minutes like that. And he's like, bro, you're done? I was like, yeah. He's like, really? I was like, yeah, I just had it in my head and it just kept on going. And it's my first song, my verse is just in Spanish. His part is in English, me is just full Spanish, right? But I'm freestyling the whole thing. And I kid you not, when I got that song back, it was my first song, I almost cried, bro, because I couldn't believe I made my first song and it was all off jokes. Yeah. And he pushed me, and then I was like, I bet if I did one, I can do another one. I did my second song with him too. It's called Voss. First song is R3P, but we call it Rep because it kind of, the vision we had on it, we kind of speak on what we represent, so that's why we called it Rep, but we wanted to make it different, so we put R3P. The 3 is essentially the E.
Yeah.
So then we put Voss out, VOSS. And then after some time that we had the songs recorded, we were like, yo, why don't we record a music video? And my friend was like kind of like thrown off because he knew that I hated being on camera. So he's like, a music video? I was like, yeah, fuck it. So we did the first one, right? People were so thrown off because I released the song. They didn't think I was gonna be serious and release a music video. Bro, that video, I was so scared when I posted it. And my best friend, Ugo, who happens to be the guy that I trained with, that I started going to the gym with, he was the one that let me know that my video was going crazy because I was so nervous. I posted it. I deleted YouTube off my phone. I was scared. I did not want to know. Like, if it flopped, it was my first video, so I didn't expect it to do good. But I was so scared because I was like, what if like people start commenting rude shit on there, making fun of me or something, like whatever. He texts me, right? And he's like, bro, did you see what your video's doing? I was like, what? He's like, bro, your video's at a K. Mind you, the video was up like 2-3 hours prior. I did not check my YouTube. I didn't check anything. Like, I wasn't even looking it up on Google or anything. Like, I just completely forgot about it. He's like, bro, it's at a K. I was like, bro, shut up. No, it's not. He's like, bro, it's at a K. I was like, are you serious? He's like, yes. So initially, I thought he was messing with me because he sent me a screenshot, but I didn't know if he knew how to Photoshop or not. I thought he had edited, like I was like, nah, bro, you probably got this video off of somewhere and it's like edited or something. not the video, the screenshot. And he's like, no, bro, like, I'm dead ass. And then he sends me another screenshot. And he's just showing me that it's got the 1K on there, like 1,000 something. So I download fucking YouTube again. I log in and everything, and I see it. And I'm in disbelief looking that it's my first video, and everybody's like liking it and watching it. People are like texting me on Instagram. They're like, bro, I can't believe you actually did a video. And like, that was my first video that people started like actually paying attention. We released the second one, and everybody's surprised. And then this was like after high school, because I released my first 2 songs. I released them senior year. And then after senior year, we graduated, and during summer is when I was like, you know what, if I'm gonna take this serious, like, I gotta shoot videos. So we shot the videos after school was out. Like, we were already graduated and shit. So a year after, or probably like 8 months after, is when I released the first video. And then about 6 to 8 months after, again, we released the video to the second song we had released. And then after that, he was going through a bunch of like family situations where he had to move. So now I had to find a studio. I had to find where I was gonna record. I had to like basically go on my own and figure out if I was gonna do this shit. I had to figure out where I was gonna do it. And I had no connections. I had nobody that knew how to do music, anything. So I had nobody but him. So since I had nobody but him, I ended up finding a studio. I ended up being able to record. I made my 3rd song, and I collabed with another friend of mine, and it's called To The Finish. And we recorded that downtown Fort Worth, where the water garden's at. You know where that's at? Like, we went there, and like, bro, it was so fun. Like, I got a few friends in there, and that's the one time that I tried to get, because everybody was like involved, and everybody was like checking that I was like actually uploading and shit. And I was like, I felt like everybody was like genuinely fucking with me like that. So I post, and I'm like, bro, I'm gonna shoot a video this location, this day, at this time, pull up. I started getting people texting me, yeah, I'm gonna pull up, this, and that. I get there, nobody's there, bro. Nobody's at the location where I tell them to pull up. I'm at the verge of tears, bro, and I'm like just checking people's stories. They're at parties, they're like doing shit, and they promised and they swore that they were gonna be there. And I had like easily like 30 to 40 people tell me that they were gonna pull up. And like confirmed and everything, like, I'm gonna pull up. Bro, nobody pulls up. My friend texts me, he's like, bro, I'm running late because I knew that you said that you wanted a car. I told one of my uncles, and he let me borrow his Challenger. We're on our way. I rent out a Porsche for the video. So now I have a Porsche and a Challenger in the video, and he was just running late because his sister, his cousin, him, and then 2 other friends of mine were able to pull up to the shoot. So it's a few of us, and we still had fun. Like, we enjoyed the shoot and everything, but I was a bit disappointed, and I was kind of like sad. Vibes went kind of up when I saw everybody pull up and we started shooting the video, but like, it kind of like dropped me a little bit, because I was like, man, 30 to 40 people said that they were gonna pull up. They didn't, and I'm looking at their story, having fun, drinking, partying and shit, and like hanging out. And some of them were like, oh, sorry I couldn't make it last minute. I had a family situation. And then I see you on fucking Snapchat and Instagram on your story in parties doing shit when you clearly told me that you had a family situation, that's why you couldn't pull up. I was like, I bet.
No, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, going back to what you said, it is nerve-wracking being on camera. Like, bro, still to this day, I'm like 4 or 5 years in, and I still get nervous when we're gonna go shoot a video. Like, bro, when we shot our video, I was nervous as hell, because like I said, something super different. The location's completely to ourselves, so I'm kind of like nervous of the fact that like I made this big investment, so this video gotta come out clean, because like there's no way I dropped this much money for me to get the video back and me not be comfortable with it.
Yeah, no thanks.
So I'm thankful that the video turned out how it did, and that it's doing as well as it is. And I mean, shit, like, it's super dope. And I'm sure that even like once you saw the results too, even though you were nervous, you were like, damn, bro, this video is crazy.
Yeah, it was fire, bro. It was something else for me, and it was like something different that I hadn't really been around. So I was pretty pretty thankful for that. No, yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I don't know. I think a lot of people like probably it was best case scenario that they didn't come. Honestly, it was probably best case scenario for you because then you kind of see how people are acting, and then afterwards see how they act, and it just shows you who your real friends are. And then like the homeboy that brought the challenger, that's a badass friend.
Yeah, because I mean, I told him that I needed a car, and he had initially told me, he's like, I'm gonna talk to one of my uncles and see if he lets me borrow it. But everything just started like coming down to like us having to pull up and everything. He didn't get back to me if he was gonna be able to make it or not, or if his uncle was like, yeah, go ahead and use it. So in my mind, I'm like, damn, it's just me, the guy that I made the song with, 2 of our friends that came up with us that day, and it was just like 4 or 5 of us. And I was like, I mean, shit, I guess we'll just have to make it work. He calls me last minute. We had to push the video shoot back, I think 30, 40 minutes later than what we were supposed to do because he was stuck in traffic. He calls me, he's like, bro, I've been trying to call you, but my phone's been acting up. I don't know why the calls haven't been going through, but like, I'm on my way. Like, I got the car from my uncle, this and that. My sister, my cousin, and me are pulling up. I was like, shit, bet. So we start shooting the video. And we're all hyped, bro, because it's like we're having fun, we're vibing and shit, just playing the music and everything. And then they were just as excited like you were for the video. They were excited like, yo, when's the video coming out? This and that. Oh, yeah. And I was like, bro, give me some time. Like, I'm not the one editing it. Like, it's them. So, like, keep in mind, they have other people that they work with. It's not just me. As soon as we get the video, I posted it, and a lot of people were surprised because I said that I was making music, but they thought it was all jokes. They thought I wasn't taking it serious. He's over there. Mm-hmm. But nah, they started seeing that I took it serious, and thankfully, little by little, it started going back up. The traction of it was very slow though at the beginning, because when I was in my past relationship that I got out of this past year, I slowed down a lot because I mean, I was just way too focused on the fucking relationship.
Bro. No, yeah, that's reasonable, bro. I mean, and I feel like, like relationships, bro, they take a lot of like energy and time, and whenever you're trying to focus on doing something else, bro, which I can speak from personal experience too. It's just when you're trying to focus on that, and then you gotta focus on this, like her, then focus on your family, then focus on this, and then it's just like all these things are adding up, and it's just, and she wants more, and they want more, and this thing needs more, and everybody just wants more, and it's to a point, bro, where like you literally can't give any more.
No.
And then she thinks you're just neglecting her and not treating her right and whatnot, bro. And like I said, I speak from personal experience. Like, bro, the thing is, like, a lot of females don't understand. Like, you got something you're focusing on, yes, you should be giving more time to her, which I can agree that I just got out of a relationship because of my business and whatnot. But the thing is, like, bro, I don't, like, everybody wants something from me that I can't give everything up.
Yeah, see, and this is the thing, that I feel like that's why dating is so fucked right now, because look, for example, in my case, right, I feel like that's one of the main reasons why shit went the way it went, because I have a high suspicion she cheated. Mm-hmm. But other than that, knowing that, I feel like the reason it might have also went the way that it went was because, bro, just exactly how you explained. In your case, it's your business. In my case, right now, just off of me going to the gym and taking it serious, but also doing like my music stuff, bro, I'm investing as much money on just me and everything that I want to do that I would invest in another girl.
Yeah, no, facts.
And it's not that I don't want to invest that money in the girl. It's just that if I'm already seeing that it's costing me this much money, so initially, if I'm already noticing that I'm already spending this much money on just everything that I need to do, and I'm still falling short. I told you, I haven't been as consistent with the music videos right now because it's so much money that I have to spend all at once if I'm wanting to like continue to keep that pace up. If I'm already seeing that in some cases I'm falling short in money, not because I'm not managing my money right, but because of how expensive it already is. And then having a relationship, bro, it's like, bro, you're having to invest money and time, and sometimes they don't understand that sometimes you don't want to spend the money because you can't, and they think that you don't want to just because you don't want.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, no, like, I have to focus on you. I have to focus on me. I have to focus on what I'm doing. And a lot of girls, I feel like they don't have the patience to like, oh, this is what he's headed towards. So of course he's gonna have to spend more money. If he can't spend money or we can't go out certain weekend, I get it because he's investing in what he's still wanting to do. There's girls that say that they want a guy that has goals and ambition. But when I'm with you, I have to hold my goals and ambition because now if I don't invest my time or whatever it is between me and you think that I'm talking to some other girl or you think that I'm investing my focus or whatever on something else that's not you. But you want a guy with goals and ambition. Make that make sense.
No, yeah, I agree with that because, I mean, like, at one point I was working, like, I would get up at, like, 3 a.m. and I'd get back to, like, 8 p.m., you know what I mean? And it was like that for a good, like, 2 months. And it got to a point where, like, my girl at the time was living with me, and she was just like, you know, I feel like you don't give me enough attention and this and that. But it's also, like, she didn't mean it in the way she said it, but it had, like, hurt me in the way she said it. She had said something about her ex paying for everything. And at the point, I was making good money, but I was also spending a lot of the money on other shit. And I was having to buy an engine for my car and whatnot because the engine had gone out. And it was just before I started working. Or no, I had money too at the point, so we were you know, I had money to do whatever. But then before that, she had said that and was like, you're making me pay for everything. I never made her pay for anything. You know what I mean? She chose to pay for those things, but I knew it would end up biting me. So it was also kind of like on me. But
nah. Let me pause real quick. That's the thing that pisses me off. Like, not trying to talk shit on anybody, whatever your situation was or whatever my situation was, but keep in mind, if you're short on money and you're doing your most to, like, still be able to pay for shit, if you're already initially paying for everything or majority of the things, you having to cover some of the expenses as my partner, that's really a big deal, bro.
Yeah, no, that's the thing, like, and I mean,
as your partner, a relationship is supposed to be a team. So if you fall short on something, you should be willing to pick that up.
And that's the thing, she was 100% like, you know, willing to, no problem at all. But the thing is like later on it became a problem, and then I was making good money, but then I had no time. And then so before that I had all the time, I wasn't working. She was saying something about me not working. She was paying for stuff, whatnot. Prior to that, I would pay for everything. You know, everything I'd always pay for. And but at the point I had too much time and I didn't pay for stuff. And then it got to a point where I had no time, but I had the money, but no time. And it was just, no matter what, bro. It's just one of those things. It's like a girl, like a partner requires a lot of attention. And you know, like I said, we just got out of that relationship, and I mean, I do love the girl. She did a lot for me, and you know, and we all make our mistakes and whatnot, but it's just idealistically at the moment is not, you know, where we need to be, you know, and then like.
And maybe it was for the best, especially like since you see it from a different perspective, where you clearly, it seems like you see where your mistakes were. And it seems like if she had some mistakes, you know where they were, but you came to an understanding where it's like not just you, not just her, it's both like, y'all both kind of had to do on why stuff went the way it did. But I mean, like you said, maybe right now it might be a good time for, like, if you clearly see that you don't got time or whatever, just don't even think about it. It's hard. Trust me, it's hard. Because me, I know I'm the type, like, I love being in a relationship, but at the same time, it's like, bro, especially like the dating pool right now, bro, is so bad, bro. It's so bad. And like, trust me, I would love to be in one right now. Cause like, I like how I am when I'm dating somebody. Cause like, I love giving my partner or whatever the attention that they want, right? But I hate that sometimes females will be like, you have to understand where I'm coming from. Baby girl, you gotta understand where I'm coming from too. Like, just how you have so much stuff that you gotta deal with, I got stuff that I gotta deal with. Whether it comes to my music, I'm not making enough money off of it because guess what? Not everybody wants to support. If everybody was to support, who knows? I'm maybe not blown up, but at least making a little bit off of it. But like, there's so much stuff that like, when it comes to being in a relationship, you have to think about it. And then there's this one thing that I heard that I talked about in a previous podcast that I filmed before doing this one with you, where it's like, the reason why I haven't even tried to step out and date anybody or get to know anybody is because when you're dating somebody, you have to think about something. let's say I meet this girl, right? Obviously, when I'm meeting the girl, she's gonna show me everything that I want to see, like her personality, her being like super funny, like joking around with me, being willing to like go out with me and stuff. She's gonna show everything you want to see in a girl. But once you get to know them, you start seeing their mood swings, their attitude, this, and that. And then I saw this video where it's like, when you're not dating anybody and you're in your single like state where you have to deal with your own stuff and you see how it is dealing with your own self, you got to think about it. Are you willing to deal with how the other person acts, like their attitude, their mood swings, like learn their mannerisms, learn to like be able to like deal with the other person? Are you ready for that? And I was like, in my head, I was like, nah. I want all the like the little dates, the like hanging out, like Netflix and chill or whatever, just like kick it at home, just chill, cook at home or whatever. But I'm not ready for the whole like if she has an attitude, if she has mood swings, if she's like stressing and she's like all moody and shit. Like I don't want to deal with any of that right now. I already have to deal with me getting angry at my own self sometimes to have to put energy into somebody else to like act out. And I'm like, nah.
I feel that because I mean I act out a lot, like quite a bit of times, and like I just being upset or just anger. And I think all like has to do with as well, like I'm not I'm happy, but I'm not particularly happy with where I'm at in the moment, and that just like also like just feels like the problems that come with it. She wants this, and I need this, and she needs that, and it's just all these things. And
Where's your little brother at?
He's right there. He's playing with
Oh, you see him?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just like it's almost like I don't know how to really explain it. It's like everybody needs something, and like I like personally like where my happiness is isn't like exactly where I'd like it, because I'm like I said, I'm not happy.
You're still
where
working
I'm in.
on getting to that point.
Yeah. And,
which that's a thing that a lot of females don't understand. It's like, don't think that I'm not focused on you or I don't want to put my focus on you. It's just like, bro, you have your needs, I have my needs too. Why can't I have to deal with when you being with me? Be patient and understand that I'm dealing with shit that you probably are, but it's a complete different spectrum because you're a girl and I'm a dude. We both have different shit we deal with. And it's like, for a girl to be patient and be like, okay, if you don't got money, like it's cool, like I'm trying to be with you, or stuff like that, bro, that's like finding a fucking diamond right now if we start digging.
Yeah,
like,
no,
it's rare for somebody to be patient and be like, I'm with you for you, not for what you have. There we go.
Yeah, that's the thing, like relationship, bro, like they just take so much like energy and time that, and if you're trying to focus on something, bro, it's so hard to focus on everything at the same time, and everybody just wants a piece of you, and you don't even got a piece for yourself. You don't even got time for yourself.
That's what I had to realize the hard way, bro. Cause like, even like after I was like freshly out, I was like, if the opportunity came of talking to somebody, I wouldn't really push it back, cause it's like, in my head, I knew that the reason why shit ended wasn't really fully on me, cause like I didn't cause it, like fully, like. We ended because of, like I told you, for me. So, I was like, I'm not really the one that's gonna look bad after the situation, because like, it clearly wasn't like something that I caused. So, I just gave my chance, right? And I was like, if I'm gonna talk to people, I'm gonna talk to people. I'm not gonna overthink it, because I'm not the one that's gonna look like a hoe, feel me?
Yeah.
So, I would talk to people, and bro, I got stood up, bro. The first time I got stood up, and I thought I was gonna end up like dating this girl, cause like when we met, I met her at a store, and like she worked at the store, and I don't think I've told this story, but I walked into the store and I was looking for tanks, cause I was looking for an outfit for Ivan Cornejo's concert. This was literally this past year, and we're just like. I'm looking for where they had the tanks, and I couldn't find it because they had rearranged the store that I walked into. And I didn't even go up trying to hit on the girl, right? I just went up to her. I was like, hey, can you show me where the tank tops are? Like, I'm looking for the tank tops, and I don't know where they're at. And she's like, oh, yeah, no problem. Like, walk with me. And we're walking, and as we're walking, she's doing small talk. But it started, like, conversating, like, if we knew each other. I was like, oh, shit, this is kind of cool, feel me? So before I leave, right, once I found what I needed to find, I was like, hey, like, I ain't trying to be weird or anything. I just think that you're really pretty. Is there a way that I could get your number or your Instagram? And she was like, yeah, for sure. Let me give you my Instagram. Let me see your phone. So she adds herself on my phone on my Instagram, right? She follows herself. And she gives it back, and she's like, I'm about to go on break. When I go on break, I'll follow you back. In my head, I'm like, she just followed herself, and she's not gonna follow me because she took my phone and she just wanted that extra follow, right? Nah, bro. Before I leave the store, I'm like checking out. She goes straight to break. She texts me. She follows me back and texts me. She says, if you're leaving home, if you're not gonna do any more shopping anywhere around here, please make sure to drive safe and let me know when you get home. I'm like, what the fuck? I just met your ass. I was like, I just met you, right? I was like, I bet. So I text her and we just kept on texting, right? We just keep on talking, chopping it up. And then the time comes around and I'm like, hey, look, I really fuck with you. I vibed out. Would you want to hang out, like actually hang out and get to know each other, just like off friends and shit? And like, I didn't say off friends, but just like hang out, like nothing more than just hang out. And she was like, yeah, for sure, let me know when. So we agree on a date and everything. Man.
Yeah, this is gonna be loud, bro. Oh yeah, I think this shit can hear that, bro.
Let's see. There we go. Yeah, it's noise canceling now.
Okay.
But if the audio is weird, we put the noise canceling on, so it might be a little different from initially. But so we text, right? And we're texting and everything. And like, bro, mind you, we met off of just like the store, bro. She's an employee. I asked her for help. She tells me where it's at. We start texting pretty constantly, bro. Like constantly, like almost every day type shit. We started hopping on calls, FaceTime and shit and everything. So we end up agreeing on a date that we're gonna meet up, right? Tell me why. She tells me that day and she's like, oh, like I don't have an outfit. What should I wear? I was like, look, I got you. Send me outfits that you have. Like, you can go on Pinterest and like just look for similar stuff that you already have and send me some of those screenshots and I'll tell you, oh, like if you have something that looks similar to this, just go with that. Bro, she goes a step further and she's going in her closet and putting on outfits and taking pictures of the outfit she's got on. And like, as she's trying out a different outfit, it's a new picture every time. So it's taking her a while to send me. She sends me like 5 outfits, but she's trying them on as she's like sending them. So in my head, I'm like, oh shit, like she might low-key be interested because like she's going out of her way to like make the stuff right. So I end up helping her choose an outfit. We decide where we're gonna meet up. She wanted to meet up at a coffee shop. So we decide on the coffee shop, the time and the day. We're texting leading up to the day, that same day in the morning. Hey, good morning, this and that. I'll see you at the shop at a certain time. She was like, okay, bet. Let me know when you're on your way and also when you get there so that I know that I'm not falling back in time or whatever, and I will let you know when I'm there. I was like, bet. So I sent her the message once I'm leaving the house. I get to the shop and I text her. Hey, I'm here. Let me know when you get here so I can come out and get you. Every single text before that goes through. That last message I said, hey, let me know when you're here so I can come and get you. On iPhone, I don't know if you've noticed, when it's iPhone to iPhone, your little bubble is blue. When it's iPhone to Android, it's blue to green. If you get blocked, your message goes green.
Yeah.
She blocked me.
Yeah.
That last message I sent, she blocked me. So I got stood up. She never pulled up, right? So in my head, I'm like, oh shit, I still got her Instagram. Let me text her on Instagram. I go to her Instagram, bro. Fucking profile says user not found. I was like, damn, for real? So I was like, all right, whatever. I walked out, right? I didn't even get a coffee. I didn't get nothing. I just walked out. So I walk out. I let a few days pass by. And my mom just so happens to need something from Fort Worth near where the store is. So I'm like, I'm just pull up and see if she's there, right? So 2 things might have happened. Either she was with somebody and she was texting me, or she was having little back and forth with her boyfriend and maybe she was like broken up or whatever and they might have fixed things and they got back together. That's why they broke up. She broke up with me. But I feel like she might have like been cheating or something, because what are the odds that when I go back to the store and I asked one of the girls that was around there when I went to go look for the tank tops that knew that I was talking to her, I told her, hey, is so-and-so here? Or what days does she wear? She's like, oh no, she quit. So her quitting her job blocks me a few days prior. What does that tell you?
No, that's fishy, bro.
She might have been with somebody and her partner might have gotten jealous, and if she saw the messages or whatever, she might have even made her quit the job or something. Cause it's kind of weird that a few days after the whole situation, you're not even at the job that I met you at.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I mean, I've had other little situations where like I'm talking to a girl and shit, but nah, bro, like I just stepped away because I kept on seeing like talking stages fall through, and it's not even like not developing into anything else because like, bro, like just like you explained it, you need something, I need something, and if the girl doesn't understand that we're working towards something, and it's gonna take a lot of money, time, and effort already on top of what I'm gonna have to do in order to like maintain the relationship with you, and you don't have the patience to deal with it, knowing that I have to build that patience to even deal with it because I'm trying to make both work out. Why even make the effort if it's just gonna fall through?
Okay, you can sit right here.
Special guest.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, okay. Switching off like the dating topic or whatever. What else do you wanna like know from me?
I got a few questions.
Oh,
right
you
here.
haven't written
Yeah.
down. Okay, so you came prepared.
What was one of like the change the way you see like the way you work and what you work in, the way it changed your perspective and the way like
Like my discipline towards working to anything.
anything yeah.
Definitely. I think a big thing had to do with the breakup, cause it fucked me up mentally, bro. Like bad. Like
Wanna go play?
it got to the point. Where I even had to change the way I would do anything that I had to do. So by that I mean like, bro, initially, I was already getting chubby, like even when I was in the relationship, but the whole breakup made it worse to where it's like I gained way more weight, bro. Cause I started like, because me being sad or me feeling a certain type of way because of the whole thing ending. Cause initially, I thought that the breakup was a mutual thing until later on I found out the reality of it.
Can you get that for me, bro? I appreciate it.
Initially, the breakup was like a mutual thing because we both decided to end it, even though I was really the one that wanted to make it work. And then later on, through some people that knew, person that I was with, told me the reality of it, and I was like, damn, that's crazy. So that fucked me up even more. So I started gaining weight because I was just overeating, bro. Oh, I already didn't have a super clean diet. I was already in the gym and like working out, and I had lost some weight because I was working out, but I gained a lot of it back. And my heaviest was 235. And I dropped and I started working out and everything. And because of me seeing and realizing that a lot of the relationships, not to say that I'm perfect or whatever, but a lot of the relationships that I've been in, and because of the girl, not because of me. Because I always try to make it work. And if they just don't want to make it work, they just go away, right? So I thought to myself, the biggest reason why I change how I work and how I do stuff is I realized, like, bro, if I don't do it, nobody's gonna come and hand me anything or help me do anything. Because, bro, like, it kind of like made me open my eyes and be like, bro, like, whether I end up dating somebody in the future or not, I can't just stop doing what I want to do. Because, like, if I date somebody new or not, I'm still going to want to do the content stuff. And that's another thing, bro. Content. Not a lot of girls are comfortable with one of the partners doing content. And I'm not doing it for the attention. I'm doing it because, like, I genuinely enjoy it. And, like, I think it's cool. Like, the amount of stuff that you can do with just making content is so crazy. And the biggest thing is, like, hopefully I do make it one day because imagine your job is literally turning on a camera, making money, and you don't have to show up to work anywhere. You don't have to clock in. You don't have to like, oh shit, I want to go on vacation, but I have to ask for the time to be able to go on vacation. You can literally do anything you want, and you're working whenever you want to work and still making good money off of it.
Yeah,
so that's why I want to do it. And because, I mean, shit, I make people laugh. I can entertain people. It's just a matter of finding the people that enjoy my content.
Yeah.
It obviously takes time. So if I've already seen that some people gravitate to what I'm doing and people are coming back, there's nothing that can stop me from being like, nobody's watching my stuff. My videos are always on 0. bro, even on regular posts on Instagram, it could be simple pictures. You know how you can see the stats of how many people see it? I stopped thinking about likes on posts when I really started seeing how many views it gets. Especially on your story.
No, yeah, fact.
On your story, bro, you could have 100 people watching your story, and maybe only 3 people like it. But you realize how many people are really watching, even if they're not liking your post or your story. So that's what made me be like, if they really weren't interested on everything I'm doing or want to know what I'm doing, why do people still keep coming back to my profile? And even though they're not liking my post, they're still watching. And it took time, bro. It wasn't like an overnight thing. Like, bro, in the beginning, I was literally sitting in my bed, bro, not doing shit. If I didn't have to go out, I didn't go out. Like, I just stayed home, stuffed my face with food and shit, and just laid in bed. But, like, even when I initiated, like, my gym and, like, actually, like, taking it serious and stuff, when I called my friend that's training me, I damn near called him crying, bro. And I was...
Yeah. Tired?
I damn near called him crying, and I was like, bro, like, I need you to help me. Like, I can't keep this up. And, like, bro, and another thing that made me change was, like, bro, I couldn't even order fucking clothes online and it fitting.
Yeah.
I had to, like, strictly go to the store and buy clothes and, like, try it on. And if it didn't fit, it didn't fit. I would just get something else. So, like, it was rare that I would order a shirt online and it fit me. And I was going up to, like, damn near having to use 3X. 3XL, bro.
Yeah.
You know how crazy that is? 3XL is insane. So, I feel like joining the gym helped me a lot because it shows you discipline. Because, like, especially, like, when you're trying to lift the weight, and if you can't lift it, you have to work your way up. If not, you're never going to lift it. Yeah. So, gym definitely had to do a lot to do with it, and just basically, like, the breakup itself, because it just made me realize, like, damn, I put so much effort and time into a certain person, and they just literally one day decided to call it off and left and started a new relationship real quick, like, not even 2-3 months after, while I'm sitting here feeling like shit, like, knowing that, like, damn. And another thing that switched in my head too was they don't seem to be sad about it. So why am I supposed to be the one that's sad about it too? They are clearly not affected. So if it's not affecting them as bad, why am I gonna have to be the dumbass that gets affected by it? So I mean, it was just like the reality check that it hit me. That's why it had that switch on me.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree. And I think it has to do with, like, pretty much everything in life, whether it's a relationship or you know, music or boxing, you know, or
a shift that happens.
Yeah, no, yeah. I think it has to do with anything, really.
What else? What else you got for me? What else? Dissect me, bro. I'm an open book. I'll answer everything.
What's something that you believe, like that's common to believe in your field, that you think is wrong? Like anything.
Damn. Nobody's ever asked me something like that. What's something that I believe in or that I feel that is clearly wrong?
No, like, or no, like something that's like a common things for, like, to have a belief in what you do, and then that you think is like you don't agree with, or that you think like it should be a different way.
I feel like the idea of happiness, a lot of people have the misconception of it. Like, for example, me, I used to think that money was happiness. And that was, like, the only thing that could give you happiness. But in reality, it's not, bro. Because, like, just like everything, money comes and goes. So, yeah, you can work your way up to, like, getting a lot more money. But just as fast as money can come in, it can fucking leave, too. But I feel like where I had to make a change where it's like, yeah, money can do a little bit with happiness because it helps. It's an add-on. It's not the full thing that provides happiness. Of course, it makes your life easier. It makes you more free on certain things that you want to do because now you have a different income that you can work with, right? But the way I started kind of like finding my happiness, which should be the real definition, and I feel like people should open their eyes more. It's like, I'm not super religious or anything like that, but definitely, like, bro, you have to believe in God, first of all. Like, there's no way that you can just go about your life and be like, oh, God's not real. Nah, bro, God's real. Like,
yeah, I agree with that.
there's
100%.
so much stuff that happens on a day-to-day that you have to be super blind to be like, nah, God's not real,
No,
bro.
yeah.
God's real, bro. Like,
Yeah, there's definitely no coincidence on things that happen. I mean, like for the bad, like for me, bro, when my brother died or whatever, like it was like, you know, everybody has their doubts, which is completely normal to have doubts. You know what I mean? But like there, I was like, you know, why would God do this to me? But honestly, bro, I don't think He was doing something to me. And maybe, you know, I don't really know. Nobody really knows the answer to this. But for me, bro, like I think that's what really, if it wasn't for him dying, we would have never left. You know, I would have never started boxing. And I think it really, like,
I feel like low key, not to interrupt you, but in the way you're asking some of the questions that you still have, I feel like even though there could have probably been another way to go about it, but maybe thanks to that, it also brought unity to all your family. If you think about it,
what do
you
mean?
started boxing, right? And maybe you had a bond with your dad, but it wasn't as tight
no,
as it is
wasn't
now.
like that.
So now you got close to your dad. You have something you bond with. And then your mom was in a very bad state.
Yeah.
Thankfully, she got better with time.
No, you're fine.
So it's like, in a way, it kind of like broke y'all down, but it brought unity. So now
No, yeah.
everybody that's still in the household or the family, y'all's relationship became closer thanks to that. So
Yeah.
maybe y'all didn't have super big unity in y'all's family, and after that, now it's like y'all really see what matters, and you're like, oh dang, I have to think about things differently because like my family's still behind me.
No, facts. And I think for me, like that, it changed, like, you know, it changed a lot what I see, the way I see things, and changed a lot inside of me that I'm like, you know what, I'm not going to say it was good that it happened because nothing like that's ever good, but I think it taught me a lot on, you know, how, yeah, I think it taught me a lot about life, and it taught me to be stronger, you know, and be there for those who don't have anybody to be there. Because
bro.
whenever he died, I mean, I had my parents, but they were going through the same thing. That's the first thing. They've never gone through that
They probably
before.
felt like they didn't have anybody, so
Yeah, and they didn't know how to react to that. They didn't know how to, you know, be parents at that point. You know, nobody knew anything. You know, that's something like it's a very, you know, like extremely tragic thing to happen, and like it's just nobody knows what to do. And at that point, I wish I had more people to be with me and talk to me and be there for me, but I you know, at the same time, I'm kind of glad I didn't because it taught me, like, hey, you know, you do need people. And, you know, after that, I was just like,
oh, you don't know now.
but I think, like, it taught me a lot on, you know what, you gotta be thankful every day, you know, no matter, like, whether, you know, it was a big thing that happened, or whether you crashed your car, or, you know, you got hurt, or somebody that you know
There's
got
always
hurt.
something positive that's greater than the negative that might be going on.
100%, and that's something I think everybody should try to focus on is stop trying to look at the negative things and look at the positive and what good came out of it. Hey, you know, I fucked up on this.
And that's a hard thing to do, bro. That's what people don't realize. Trying to like not focus so much on the negative and try to take more accountability on the positive. But when something, especially on the example that you just gave, that's obviously not something easy to go through. Something as heavy and as like really difficult to have to deal with as losing a family member like that, especially like a super close family, because I feel like it's different pain when it's like that close of a family member than if it was like an uncle, aunt, or whatever. So it's understandable that you're gonna be super focused on the negative because it's like, why him, or why did this happen? Like that couldn't have gone a different way. But once time goes on, of course you start receiving the answers a little later on. But like, it's super hard to, like, with something so strong like that, which is a good example that you just gave, to focus on the positive because it's something that's so unexpected and you're like, what? To like try to even see the positive side of it. So makes sense.
And that's the thing, like, there's, no matter what, there's always something that came out of it like that. I mean, I think that's, you know, I think you also taught me in boxing, like, you know, bad things are gonna happen. You're gonna get beat up. You're gonna get put down. You're gonna be sad, depressed. You're gonna be angry. You're gonna feel all these ways, and you're gonna keep taking L after L after L.
And at the end of the day, you gotta learn to get back up.
Yeah, and
even if it's hard, bro.
Facts, and that, like, and it just teaches you, like, oh, I could have done this different. You know, not for, you know, obviously not for my brother. I mean, there's nothing we could have done, but I, like, for other things. hey,
or
I
for
could've
example,
done-
what path you could have gone after the whole event. You
Yeah.
could have crashed out and went a complete dark
Okay.
path and not do anything that would benefit you or your family.
Yeah, no, I mean, I could have gone. I'm glad I didn't stay, bro, because probably if I didn't stay, I probably would have been smoking and drinking and whatnot.
You would have.
And
You would have gone a longer path. You probably could have fixed stuff.
yeah.
But it probably would have been much more difficult.
Yeah, and I don't think I definitely wouldn't be the same person. If it wasn't for us moving and him passing, I would be a complete.
Tráemela. Tráemela. Aquí te la cuido yo. Cuando tengas sed, me la pides, ¿ok? Y yo te doy. ¿Está bien? Ok.
And
Ve a jugar. Ve a jugar. Ve a jugar con el niño y ya está.
And I think it's like just something that, you know, I think it taught me exactly who to be and what, like, if it wasn't for him dying and if it wasn't for me going to Midland and going for me to go to box, I would not be anywhere near the person I am now. I wouldn't be, you know, like, I'm nowhere near perfect. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah, for sure.
But I wouldn't be the brother that I am now for my siblings. And, like, for him, I mean, he's my brother, but I mean, I treat him like he's my son, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You watch out for him more
yeah.
than you probably would in the, if anything was different than what it
Yeah.
is now.
No, yeah, and I mean, it changed me a lot, bro. And I think if it wasn't for those things, I wouldn't be, you know, as strong-minded, as you know, strong-willed, as have as much heart to do things
Yeah.
as I would now, you know. And I think, you know, I think those things are pretty, you know, like.
A good thing to have,
Yeah.
even though you had to go through a lot to see that side of like, oh, this is why I am the way I am.
And like to anybody who's really going through those type of situations, anything really, like whatever it is, bro, there's always light on the other on the end of the table. You know what I mean?
It might be a
Always
long
light.
path, but you just have to stay
Yeah.
determined and not like. Even if it's easy to go down the wrong path, don't do it, bro. Because it's gonna cost you a lot to go through like the right way after you go through the wrong thing. Because like there's a consequence to everything you do, whether it's a bad consequence or a good one. You just have to know what side to go to.
Facts.
But you right, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean that's just, but I think that's just everything. Honestly, like you just gotta try to stay strong-minded and
Yeah, keep a good head over your shoulders too, no matter what.
And just everybody will get through what they're going through. So.
What else you got for me? You have anything else?
Let's see what I got.
If you have, we could probably do one last one. That way the episode isn't super duper duper long. Or how many other questions you got?
I have these questions. I use ChatGPT.
Oh, okay,
But
bet.
ChatGPT comes in clutch, honestly. What's next for you that you're really excited about?
There's a lot, bro.
Yeah.
There's a lot. So, okay. Next is obviously, if you guys have been paying attention, I got sponsored by a energy drink brand known as W Energy. And if you guys want to buy anything off of them, remember to use code LHG25 to get 10% off your whole order. They have duffel bags, they have merchandise, they have energy drinks, they have hydration drinks, they have shakers, they have steel tumblers, they have a bunch of stuff in there. So I'll also list the link down below. But like I said, I'm working on promo videos for that brand. I'm doing more music videos that are on the way. I just haven't been able to shoot it because we haven't been able to line up a date for it. Obviously, I'm starting to like really, really work on like being more consistent with the podcasts. And this is probably going to be the first episode I say it and that people will be able to see and stay tuned to it. But I have a big plan on wanting to make a self-made documentary of myself, like my process of like how it even led up to me wanting to do content and music in the first place. How it was when I was a child, like what I basically, like how my childhood was to leading up to now. So it's like, I'm doing that more so for myself, not really expecting too much out of it. Like if people see it, people see it. If people don't, people don't. But the main focus on that is like, I'm wanting to, in a way, what do you call it? what do you call it when you're trying to do something so that in the future it actually happens? Manifest.
Oh, manifest.
I'm trying to manifest that to where it's like I'm doing it out of my own pocket, and it's gonna be a good amount of money to make a documentary the way I want to make it. But hopefully, I'm doing that to like hopefully someday I reach somebody that wants to make a full on like a documentary, like an actual thing that might go on fucking Netflix or like on YouTube, even if it goes on YouTube, but like on a major platform or something.
Yeah.
That's what I want to do one day.
That'd be fun.
And like, also, I'm doing it to like later on, if I have kids or later on down the years, I want to look back at it. I'm like, oh shit, I did a documentary, bro. Like that's so crazy. Or like even on the music videos of the podcast I do, like I haven't seen the episodes that I've previously done since I posted them.
Mm-hmm.
So all the episodes that I have, I only watch them when I edit them and then I post them. But after that, I don't go watch them back again. So, I mean, eventually I want to do that and watch some of the episodes that we've already done and just see what we've talked about and get some ideas off of that and see what I can talk about on the next episodes and stuff like that. But definitely working on a lot of content, and I want to start like actually making YouTube videos, like actual stuff that people can sit down and watch. Like,
okay, and if they were like, okay, so if you had a documentary about you like going on right now, what would you think the audience like? This is like I always hear this question. What do you think the audience would be screaming for you to do right now? It's just like yelling at you through the screen for you to do right now, bro.
I don't think that the audience would like. I feel like the message that people are gonna get from it isn't necessarily like, oh, bro, you need to do this or like you need to do that.
No, I'm talking about say we're recording your life right now, bro. Exactly how it's going. What would they be screaming for you to do right like this moment, tomorrow, like what you need to do right now?
I feel like it's just stay consistent, bro.
Yeah.
Because I haven't been as consistent as I want to be. Not because I don't want to be, but it's just that I haven't had the opportunity. And I was like on a blank page, bro. I didn't have any ideas. I didn't have any motivation. I didn't have any drive to do anything that I'm going to start doing because I was still in the moment. Like, even though it's been over a year that the whole relationship thing happened, there was times where it was hitting me, bro. And like I said, I had to get myself in that mindset of, if she's not hurt, why do I gotta be hurt?
Facts.
So I just really focused on.
Just looking for him real quick.
Oh, he was inside. But yeah, like I just feel like people would be like, bro, be consistent, because I'm starting to be consistent and you're starting to see it. Yeah. Like people are tuning in and everything. And the message I hope people take from the documentary, if I'm able to pull it off the way I want to, and it's going to come out. I just don't know how long it's going to be, because a documentary isn't one thing that you're going to go shoot one day and it's done. It's going to be like...
There's going to always be more to add into it as your life goes on, honestly.
I feel like the message that people are going to take from it is like, I don't think that people understand why I do things and why I'm so focused, and like why my mom is like the main thing that I'm focused on why I'm doing stuff. Because like, bro, my childhood, I'm not gonna say it was a bad childhood, but it definitely was like, I got to see some things that not every kid sees.
Me too, bro.
Or needs to see. Because my mom had it hard, bro. It was like a really bad, she was a single mom for the longest time, and it was just me and her.
I can't say that I can relate to that exactly, bro, because I had both my parents, but... And, I wouldn't say we were poor, but there were definitely times where, like, there was, electricity got cut off and whatnot. We were behind on the bills and whatnot.
I don't think we ever had that, like, electricity or water, like, get cut off, but I definitely don't remember that, bro. Sometimes we were so tight in money that the food we had, I was the one eating it. My mom wouldn't eat, because she didn't want for me to not eat. So,
like, the thing for me, bro, is my dad, he did it, like, he did everything. You know what I mean? He no matter what happened, bro, he always made sure that everything was taken care of. No matter what it was, always made sure everything was taken care of. And and that's the thing. Like I love both my parents, whatever. But my dad, he's the one like I really like aspire to be like, because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be anywhere in life. Like, I wouldn't have the business. I wouldn't ever box. I wouldn't have anything. You know what I mean? And
yeah, he was your drive in a lot of things.
Yeah. And, I mean, like, for instance, for, like, the business, I mean, bro, like, right now, business is slow, and then it picks up, and it's slow. I just wish I had more consistency with the business, so then I could go back out to boxing again. Because that's, like, So like I've had my problems. So when the house burned down, it was a month after my fight, less than a month after my fight, and so then I couldn't go back out to box. And then, we're living with my godparents and whatnot, and we're living with them, and I wanted to come back to Midland, and then I think school had gone out, and I had gone back out to Midland, or no, maybe school wasn't out, but it was about to be. No, school was out. And I had gone back up to Midland, and then 3 days on the third day I was there, my dad got in a wreck. He drives semis, and he got in a wreck in Arizona, bro. And it was a bad wreck. And honestly, who knows how he got through? The whole passenger side of the truck was gone, bro. His ribs, he broke his ribs till his ribs touched his heart. Bro, his hands were all they're still messed up, bro. They're gonna be messed up forever, honestly. But like, by the grace of God, he's still alive. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for him being alive, I wouldn't have the business. I wouldn't have anything, honestly. And that's the one thing. Like, I want to do more for him because of the fact that he's gone through literal hell and back.
Yeah.
And went,
See, like yours, obviously it's a different situation, but I feel like it's kind of like in the similar spectrum of like how things are kind of like developing. For me, for example, the way I want to do things is like a lot of stuff that I want to do it for my mom. Like, bro, hopefully God blesses me with the ability of like, she has a dream truck that she wants. I want to be the one that makes it happen. And then obviously we have a home and everything, but like that dream as a little kid of buying her a house and just handing her the keys, hey, like that's in the back of my head all the time. And it's like, even if we have a house, even if in the future my parents end up buying a house, like a house, like I still, even if we have a home, why not get another one and just have one and have it as a backup? Because you never know. Like, that's your house, I bought it. I want to have that satisfaction of, I bought it, here you go. And it's like, I do it for my mom a lot. Like, yeah, like me and my stepdad, we get along and everything, but like that relationship that me and my mom have, it can't be replicated, bro. It can't.
100%.
And it's like, she was the one that had to thug it out for the longest time, and I got to see those dark phases. So her being able to kind of like still deal with it and make it seem like nothing was going on when clearly shit was going on. And like, I can say that I never felt like I was missing shit in my childhood because my mom did the most to make it seem like shit was normal. And it's like, for somebody to have to do that, especially my mom, bro, and like her being so young when she had me, I think I had like 21. So I'm fucking 24.
Oh, damn. So
and I'm like, bro, you had me 3 years prior to the age I am, and you still thugged it out, like going through like hell, bro, and you made it seem like everything was cool. Me, even sometimes at the age that I am, I can't imagine myself having a kid because I know how hard it is. Like, it'd be nice, and I feel like I would work my ass off just to make sure that that kid's okay. But just knowing how hard it is and everything, it's like, mad respect for my mom, and that's why like I do what I do. Like, yeah, I do it for my own good and to be good, but I feel like there's no satisfaction that can match showing my mom like, look, I did this, here you go, type shit. So that's why I want to do that documentary, and that's what I want people to take off of. Not really like, hey, you need to be consistent. Sometimes I can't be consistent because, bro, it's not that I don't want to, it's just like, it's hard. Like, and I've always kept in mind, and it always pops back in my head that if God planted a idea in your head or like a goal in your head, and even though it's hard and it's giving you difficulties to achieve the goal, if it's still coming back once again and you still have that drive and like that hunger to accomplish it, it's because it's gonna happen. And it's like, it's hard, and obviously you're having a hard time getting there, but if it's consistently coming back and you haven't lost that want for it, it's because at some point it's gonna have to happen. You can't be consistently thinking about it and you still feel uncomfortable that you still haven't achieved it and you're still wanting to fight for it not to happen.
No, yeah, I agree 100%. That's the thing, like with boxing. Honestly, bro, my plan was never the business. I don't really, I mean, like right now I care, that's the main thing I care about right now is the business because that's the source of income that we've got. And that's the main thing I'm worried about right now. I want to box, bro, but, I got to have my priorities straight.
Yeah.
And if I could just get more consistent work with the business, bro, and just get more, like, contractors that I can work with and, make it so where I could work with them and then, 1 week with this guy, 1 week with this guy, 1 week with this guy, you know what I mean? That's what I would like to do. I like to be able to do, because then I can, the business stays consistent. We get consistent income. We're making, and we're making good money. I can go to Midland. I can still work out there. I can train, and I can go through with what I want to go through. And yeah, that's one. Like, honestly, for me, if I can really go through with boxing, bro, my biggest thing is I want to help others, bro, because like I said, we like me and you both have been in shittier situations, and like as we were kids, and like after my brother died, we were broke. My dad wasn't going to work, whatnot. We were broke, and I just want to give out to those who need, who like absolutely need it, and who could just benefit from it. And that's like the biggest dream I could do.
Yeah, basically show that you can flip things, bro. Like you can actually it could have been like a war zone for you. Like you had to deal with a lot of stuff, but just because of that doesn't mean that you should just stay there and not try to outwork your own self and like make yourself feel satisfied, but also show other people like, if I did it, you can too, type
100%,
shit. And that's my main goal. Like I don't really do it for like the fame and the money. Like obviously that would come with it, and that'd be like an amazing thing to like have, because like now you have like a platform and people watch you and they can get inspired from it. But my real fuel is like having that determination that someday hopefully somebody looks at what I'm doing and they're like, bro, like I saw your whole process, like I see why you're doing stuff, and like if I can make a living off of that and just enjoy what I do, bro, I made it.
That's the thing with like boxing, bro. I mean, obviously nobody's gonna fight for free, bro. Come on, let's be real. Nobody's fighting for free.
Hell no.
And the fame I don't really care that much about, bro. But really, the main thing I want is I want a legacy, bro. You know what I mean? I want something that I built without saying no. Like nobody here helped me, bro. Nobody. Bro.
Yeah, like no handouts. Prove to people that like you said you were gonna help and you didn't, but look, I still pulled through with it.
No, facts.
And like, it's you at the end of the day. And if you don't do it, then who's gonna do it? That's the way I started thinking about things, and I understand you 100%. Like, yeah, obviously your goal and my goal is different, but it as to how it sounds, it seems like the end goal is very, very similar. We want the same outcome of it. Like, obviously, yes, money is gonna come with it, but that's not the main focus. The main focus is people look at you and be like, damn, bro, like you hit the ground and you're still up.
No, yeah, that's the thing, bro. Like, I mean, I'm known, I guess, here in Weatherford.
And you are, bro, because people that saw the video that are from here, they were like, bro, how do you know Tristan?
Yeah.
Like, he's like a known boxer here, right? I was like, yeah. And people were thrown off because, like, y'all probably think that me and him are the same age, but I'm 24, he's 18. So obviously, at the time we did the video, he was still in school. So it's like...
I graduated early.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I graduated early.
Usually, because of your age group, people were still in school and they knew him from school, or they knew him because of people that are in school that happen to be mutuals to him.
Yeah.
So people that are from here that saw the video were like, bro, how do you know Tristan? Like, he's way younger than you. Like, how do you know? Like, how did you? I was like, bro, I just happened to have a connection that was a mutual thing.
I mean, I guess I'd be known, but I wouldn't say like I was like, I guess, popular in words, and I never really had like, it was more like people who knew me and I was cool with, and I don't really got like a bunch of friends there, you know what I mean? I wasn't like hanging out with everybody.
It's mutuals, but not all, because they're mutuals, everybody's your friend, but they know exactly who you are, type shit.
Yeah, and no, and I mean,
and you're on your way there, bro. Like, I know you got it. It's just that, bro, you have to, like, it's gonna get hard, bro, and I get it. And I've told you this in the past. Like, the main thing you have to worry about right now is just be patient, and like, if it takes you longer, cool. You're not competing with anybody but yourself.
No,
like,
thanks.
at the end of the day, it's your timing, and I have to like drill that in my head, because like, it's so hard, especially like what I'm doing. If everybody could do it, everybody would be famous. Bro. Same thing with you. If everybody could do it, everybody would do it. But if it takes you longer, cool. Let it take as long as it needs to take. But if you're on your way there, you're on your way there. Nobody can take that from you.
No, facts. That's the thing, bro. Like, that's what I always try to tell myself. I'm in my, like, I'm not racing nobody else. They're getting ahead of me, bro. But, like, God has me in a much, much different race, has me going through much more different things for me to learn and for me to understand, be more appreciative on things. And, you know, he has me going at my own speed. I'm not racing you. I'm not racing anybody here. I'm not racing anybody. I'm not racing nobody. It's just me that I got to worry about, and it's just all in me. I'm
Yeah.
racing myself. I gotta do better on myself, not better than anybody else. I try not to see anybody else as a competition.
Yeah. You're your own competition. You just have to stay positive to yourself, and it's hard, bro. It's hard because it's hard not to compare yourself to other people because like, oh, how come they have this? How come they're doing this? How come they're doing that? You don't know what it took for them to get there.
No, yeah, 100%. They see the
end result, but they don't see what work it took to get there.
Nah.
And like obviously,
and the thing is, like, behind closed doors, bro, you never know what's going on, bro. Like,
it could seem like they're having it good. But in reality, it looks good, but they're probably not having it at a good time. Like, you don't know.
Like, for the business, bro, for instance, like, somebody was asking me, like, what do you do for a living? I want to be like you. And I was like, bro, I don't even want to be me, bro.
Yeah, I've said the same thing to other people. Like, I posted a TikTok also when initially everything had happened. And I had a few people tell me, like, bro, I want to have your drive. I want to have your discipline in the gym. Bro. And I posted that video. And I'll show it to you off camera because it's no point in keep showing or talking about that stuff. But they saw it and they were like, bro, I never would have imagined that that's why you're doing it. I was like, bro, like that's why it's hard to not compare yourself, but you're supposed to try to not compare yourself because it's like that saying, comparison is a thief of joy. And it's true.
Facts. Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even want to be like me, bro. Like, would they tell me, like, we went to Six Flags not so long ago and I had paid for everybody's meal, and it was like $200, which it's a lot of money, but for 10 people, I mean,
it kind of
it wasn't that much, but
damn, that's for 10 people, that's cheap, bro.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It's a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but for 10 people,
you break it down,
bro,
that's
like just between me and my family of like 4, bro, we just spent almost $200. You know what I mean? So it really wasn't. I don't know. It wasn't that like expensive, but it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
And they asked me, I was like. They're like, one kid was like, I'm trying to be like you. I was like, bro, I don't even want to be like me right now, bro.
Yeah.
No.
And I feel like that should be the message that people take from the episode too. Like, we're talking about like the cool stuff we've done and like the hard stuff we've done and all of that.
Yeah, no, I agree. That message is definitely the message that.
Yeah, like don't compare yourself to anybody and don't try to outwork anybody if you don't know what they're going through either. Because it's like they might have it good, they might have it bad. But
you don't know what the hell that they went through.
Nah,
yeah, because a lot of those people, bro, they went through, like hardships. They went through, hell, literal hell, blood, sweat, tears, and everything, bro. Stress. Like for me, bro, for the business, like okay, for instance, I have this guy. I've done a lot of work for this guy, and he owes me a lot of money. I'm not gonna say the name, and I'm not gonna say how much or whatever, but to me, it's a lot of money, and to a lot of people, I would say it's a lot of money.
For sure.
And his checks keep bouncing, bro. And the thing is, I'm not irresponsible with my money, bro. I know when I can splurge, I don't splurge often, but I know when I could, and I know when I shouldn't, and I don't. And bro, his checks bouncing have left my account $1,500 like negative, bro. And so like that's like I'm like, bro, come on. And that's the thing that like stresses me so much. And it's just like, bro, come on, bro. Like, what's going on? You know what I mean? And I'm over here, and I'm getting overdraft fees and things like that, bro. And I'm just like, God, and I still gotta pay people like for the work that they've done.
Yeah.
And that's like the most stressful thing in the world for me.
And back to what you're saying, that's probably something that people don't realize that it's your business and you could make a lot of money off of it. But when people like that cross your path, that they're not responsible what they're supposed to be responsible with you with, it has secondary consequences where now, like you said, it comes on to you to where if they're not getting the money that you need, now you have to find a way to get that extra money because of the overdraft fees. Right. So it's like there's pros and cons to everything we do, but like, bro, that's why, again, don't compare, bro. It's hard. Yeah, I get it. But don't, bro. They sit down and really think on it and like don't do it, bro. Because it's like you don't know, bro. You don't.
No, I agree. Yeah, bro. That's the thing. And I mean, comparing really does really fuck you up. And I mean, there was a point where like I was doing that. I was comparing myself to everybody else's happiness, especially after the house had burnt down.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, bro. I don't got a house. I only got 3 friends, and really my family, and one of those friends is my cousin, you know what I mean? And then our family, they don't even really fuck with me that much because I don't even know, really.
Yeah.
And nobody would really talk to me, and that's the thing. Bro, I got so depressed for a second, bro, that like I was just like, damn, bro, like why am I even here type
Yeah.
shit, you know what I mean? But, you know, we all go through those type of things, and I think everybody should just see, you know, like, you know what, it's all good, it is what it is, move on with what's going on, and just work through it, because no matter what, bro, everybody's gonna go through hardships, everybody's gonna end up
It's
broke.
part of life, bro. That's the
Yeah.
thing you have to understand, bro. Like, just as much good stuff happens, there's also going to be not necessarily bad things, but things that challenge you, that you're going to really have to really go through it. And I mean, shit, it's tests that you have to go through to develop your character. I thought it was so corny when people would say that, like, bro, you have to go through shit to know, like, your character. No, bro, like, that's
for sure.
legit facts, because it's something, it's unavoidable, bro. And whether you like it or not, it's going to happen once, twice, as many times, and sooner than later, too. So, I mean, yeah.
No, I agree.
But I think we'll go ahead and cut it off on there. I think we got a really good episode. That way you can also head back and do whatever you got going on.
I'm gonna go sleep, bro. I was up till late as hell.
Yeah, I mean, and it is getting hot, so your little brother definitely needs to cool down too.
No,
so,
yeah.
I hope you guys enjoy the episode. I hope you watch it all the way through. Later on, we might do another episode. That's my plan too. Later on, with everybody I've done an episode with, maybe further down the line, I want to do like a part 2 and see the difference between the first episode and then later on months or years after. But yeah, man. So I'm gonna link all his social media down below, so that way you guys go support and follow, and send me the link to your business too, and I'll add it on here. That way people can see it too.
I'm still working on a domain and on a website, but you know that way, but you can post my number in there. I don't really give a fuck.
So I'll put his number. I'll put his social media links. I'll put all my stuff too. Everything that I got coming up, it'll be listed down below. But yeah, make sure to stay tuned. Go check out the music video. Link will be also down in the description. Run that up so we can make that giveaway happen, because as soon as it hits 3K, like I said, we're making that thing happen. So thank you guys for watching. Anything else you want to say?
Any hauling and excavation or machinery work, let me know. That way I can get that done. I'm trying to get my bread up.
Yeah. Well, like I said, number and his details will be down below. If you need any kind of hauling or anything, please make sure to hit him up. Like, I'll list anything that you need info-wise to get a hold of him, so we can help me grow and help him grow. Like, this is also a thing that we're trying to do to like help each other out. So stay tuned for all the media that's coming in, whether it's podcast, music, and YouTube. We're on the grind. See y'all later.
Appreciate it.